Maurizio Sarri Childhood Story plus Untold Biography Facts Early Life. Maurizio Sarri was born on the 10th day of January 1959 to his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Amerigo Sarri in the Bagnoli district of Naples, Italy. Maurizio Sarri comes from a middle-class family background headed by his father, who was once a construction worker for Italsider, an Italian steel company. He was raised in the Figline Valdrano neighborhood located in the province of Florence, Italy. As a child, Sarri had interest in both education and playing football. For his family, education came first. Sarri studied hard and eventually became a banker with the popular Banca Monte dei Paschi di Siena, pictured below, in Tuscany, Italy. While as a banker, he found himself still multitasking between his banking job and playing amateur football. Ironically, it was Sarri's banking job that took him out of Italy, where he worked at his bank's branches in London, Zurich and Luxembourg. Despite his devotion to football, Maurizio Sarri's passion to play amateur football wasn't just a passing fantasy. Back then, Sarri would work in the bank in the morning and coach some amateur team in the afternoon and evening. Maurizio Sarri Childhood Story plus Untold Biography Facts. Quitting banking. In 1999, at the age of 40, Maurizio Sarri decided to quit his banking job to dedicate his entire working life to football coaching. There was indeed a farewell party organized by his banking colleagues, as seen in the photo below. For retirement from his banking job, Sarri observed he was too old to play football. Sadly, he had missed out on playing a professional career. Sarri went back to Italy to coach a lower league club, AC Sansovino Football Club, located in Monte San Savino, Italy. Between the year 1990 to 1999, before Maurizio Sarri retired from the bank, he had managed 6 teams, namely, Stia, Faielese Cavaglia, Antella, Cavaglia and Eagleto. Maurizio Sarri Childhood Story plus Untold Biography Facts. Rise to fame. At a ripe old age of 40, Maurizio Sarri had obtained all the experience in football management. He was viewed by the numerous clubs he managed as a manager who asks no questions and cannot stand being involved in transfer negotiations. Mr. 33 has always been Sarri's nickname because of the number of set-piece routines he always asked players to perform. Between 2000 to 2015, Maurizio Sarri ended up managing 10 teams before being called by Napoli, where he finally made a name for himself. Abramovich hired him because he loved the fact Maurizio Sarri is not too interested in transfers arguments, unlike his predecessors who would disagree with him on transfer decisions. Hence, Sarri becomes Chelsea's 13th permanent boss of Abramovich's ownership, which began in June 2003. The rest, as they say, is now history. Maurizio Sarri Childhood Story plus Untold Biography Facts. Family life. Before taking the popular Stamford Bridge hot seat, Sarri lived a monastic and quiet life in the Italian Riviera with his lovely introverted wife Marina, their son and dog. His wife, Marina, pictured below, is particularly fond of driving him around the Italian countryside. Despite being used to taking a long drive going around the countryside, Sarri would never switch off from thinking about the game. Italian Riviera, the place Sarri, his wife and son had lived in Italy is a crescent-shaped strip of Mediterranean coastline straddles between the south of France and Tuscany. At this non-urban Naples location, Maurizio Sarri's personal life is indeed quiet and away from the cameras with his wife and son. Before his Chelsea involvement, Maurizio Sarri's family sees him as someone who struggles to frame football as a job. As Sarri himself puts it, "When I go to lead a training session, I never say to my family, I'm going to work." He told the newspaper of Nair. "I come from a family of laborers, and if I hear someone talking about sacrifices in football, I get mad. I like to have a relaxed nap before each game, so I was not agitated. I dedicate all my victories to my wife and son." Maurizio Sarri Childhood Story plus Untold Biography Facts. Smoking facts. Maurizio Sarri has been described by the online media as a chain-smoking maverick who reportedly smokes up to 60 cigarettes a day in a bid to cut through his stress. Now the question most fans would ask is, has Maurizio Sarri ever smoked during games? The answer is yes. With smoking bans in place in stadiums, Sarri still smokes, this time using a cigarette filter as seen below during games. In 2018, Napoli's UEFA Europa League opponents, RB Leipzig, built a special smoking section in the locker room area of their stadium for Sarri, who is seen as very cigarette-hungry during games. Dries Mertens has once estimated Sarri's daily consumption at 5 of the above packets a day. Besides smoking, Sarri also likes coffee. At Napoli, he would have the club's shopkeeper bring him a fresh espresso during training and match day breaks. Maurizio Sarri Childhood Story plus Untold Biography Facts. Foul-mouthed. Sarri hates cameramen and journalists who ask silly questions or bump on him for interviews without his consent. Ideally, he doesn't know how to be diplomatic about his statements. Despite that, he is always forgiven by both journalists and fans. Sarri once had a foul-mouthed reply to a journalist which goes by the words, "You're a woman, you're nice, so I won't tell you to F off." This is Maurizio Sarri responding in a non-diplomatic fashion after being confronted by a female journalist. In a bid to escape being fined, Maurizio Sarri immediately apologized after his unsavory comments. The foul-mouthed talk came because he was angry after Napoli's 0-0 draw with Inter at San Siro. This made his team trail first place, making Juventus rise above them by a point. Before his foul-mouthed response, the female journalist actually asked him this question: "I asked you about your reasoning for saying you were satisfied with the result. I don't understand that satisfaction of going down on the table. Please explain." Maurizio Sarri Childhood Story plus Untold Biography Facts. The Cont Replacer. Did you know? It's not the first time Conte has been sacked and replaced by Maurizio Sarri, as you may know from Chelsea FC perspective. But like so many managers before him, Conte was unable to maintain a decent working relationship with Chelsea's board. Ideally, he was reportedly being forced to work with players he didn't ask for. After the same Conte was implicated in the Calciopoli match-fixing scandal in 2006, that which saw Juventus demoted, the job of keeping his first coaching job at Arezzo, who was in the second Italian division, was never going to be easy with a 6-point penalty in hand. Fortunately, club president Piero Mancini started his search for an experienced manager. Antonio Conte was fired and Sarri was brought in to replace him. The hopes and survival of the club were now on Sarri's name. Unfortunately, it was too late, as Arezzo was not just relegated but went on bankrupt and had never recovered. Maurizio Sarri Childhood Story plus Untold Biography Facts. The old-fashioned Maurizio Sarri is seen as an old-fashioned manager and technician who holds lectures as part of his training sessions. His main evening topics include the steady balls, corner and free kick schemes. Below is a photo of Maurizio Sarri lecturing his players during his early years as a football manager.